Ang Peng Siong, of course, with his 3 in a row from 83 to 87. Han Tuang Heng and Brian Tay, the last of our gold medalists. Here is the Bulacan Bullet, Jesse Lacuna, 20 years in 9 days' time. Lim Ching Huang, they're building a great pool of freestyle swimmers, the Malaysians, and this is top of the list. He beat Daniel Bago in his national championships. Wang Ki Phuoc is the defending champion. He broke his national record in the Vietnam Swimming Championships, 50.45, the second fastest time in Southeast Asia this year. This man here in lane 4 owns the fastest time in Southeast Asia this year, and also the fastest time in the heats, Fauzi Triadi. Danny Yeo rewrote his national record by 0.09 seconds in the Singapore National Swimming Championships. He was second in this event in 2011 behind Ki Phuoc. Cholawat Phothuang of Thailand, the short course specialist, especially in the backstroke, 52.54 is his season best. Here comes the man, the aforementioned from Vivian, Darren Lim, 15-year-old. Gary Tan is his coach. His sister Shana won multiple SEA Games medals over the past couple of SEA Games. And here is the dark horse of the race, Daniel Bago, slowly swimming into form. 50.86 seconds, his season's best that was achieved at the Summer University Games in Kazan.
Daniel Bago also just recently came back from a shoulder injury, and he's come back very, very strong. We'll see if it's strong enough, of course, to take home a medal this time around. But our eyes, of course, on Darren Lim and Danny Yeo from Singapore. Hopefully they will add to the medal tally.
Strap yourselves. This is going to be grandstand.
Take your mark.
Lacuna in 1. Ching Huang of Malaysia in 2. Ki Phuoc, the defending champion, in 3. Fauzi, the fastest in Southeast Asia this year, in 4. Danny Yeo, the silver medalist from the last SEA Games, in 5. Cholawat of Thailand in 6. Darren Lim of Singapore in 7. And Daniel Bago in lane 8. You ask me, it'll be between lanes 3, 4, and 5, but do watch out for Bago as well. In lane number 8, he'll come home very strongly. First to turn is Fauzi Triadi, as he did during the heats, coming up very, very strong. Brilliant turn that is from lane number 2 in Ki Phuoc. Darren Lim Danny Yeo slowly getting back into the race right now, and Daniel Bago to the right of your picture, slowly creeping into it. But Fauzi Triadi is looking strong, extending his strokes right now. Kick rate is absolutely superb as his thrust forward just moves him further and further away from the field. Fauzi Triadi is going to touch home first. He's going to win gold. Indonesia have 1 gold in the 100 meters freestyle. Danny Yeo can only clinch the bronze medal. Wang Ki Phuoc of Vietnam, the defending champion, has been relegated to second spots. Well, Fauzi Triadi says, I told you so. I told you so. Rounding up into some kind of form, especially from September when he rewrote his national record. Third in 2011, first now in 2013. It's Indonesia's first gold medal since 2005. when the legendary Richard Sambera won the last of his 7 titles. Fauzi Triadi, a new SEA Games record, 49.99. What a time that is, 49.99. The first Southeast Asian to go below 50 seconds. Fauzi Triadi, that is an absolutely phenomenal time.
Welcome back to the Wonotech Stadium course. Our next event up is the men's 100-meter breaststroke. And we are going to see quite an exciting race, of course, with the likes of Ketin Nuttapong, Joshua Hall, Matjo Ramdoyos, of course, Guna Wan Indra, our very own Christopher Chong from Singapore, Yupsi Tuan, Dennis Tiwa, and Hyun Devi.
Well, the gold and silver medalists from the last games. In fact, gold, silver, and bronze medalists from the last games are in the field. Nuttapong, Matjo, and Indra Gunawan of Indonesia. So they will be hot favorites, but look out for the dark horse from Philippines. We don't know much about him. It'll be the first time that we'll be looking at Joshua Hall, who actually broke Miguel Molina's Filipino national record at the World Championships with a time of 1 minute 02.23 seconds. He's based in Wisconsin and says he's been clocking some very encouraging times heading to the games. Some times you'd like to watch out for. Our national record is 1 minute 02.65 seconds. Parker Lam achieved that feat in Foshan in China in 2009 at the 8th Asian Swimming Championships. Christopher Chong's personal best time is 1:04.67. The TJC student will try to lower that. And the SEA Games record, of course, by Vietnam's submarine, Nguyen U Viet, 101.60. He's since retired from the field at the age of 26, saying that there's a great group of young swimmers coming up, led by Keith Falk, of course, and he's happy to take the lead now, do more of the coaching, and allow the young swimmers to come through. So they're gathering the tankers and waiting for them to come out in this event where Nuttapong is hot favorite to win. And he'll be looking at that 101.60 time from Nguyen U Viet. Try to lower it as much as he can.
Kettin Nuttapong, of course, the defending champion, as Mark said, but the fastest qualifying time actually came from Matjio Ramdoyos from Thailand. Of course, he bagged a silver in the 2011 SEA Games, and he will be swimming in lane 4.
That's right, he's already got a silver and bronze in this event. 2011 second, a bronze from 2011 second spot, 2007 he won a bronze. He was 8th in 2005 as well. Nuttapong was 8th himself in 2009. He was very tired going into the 100 meters breaststroke, but first at the last games in Palembang. Here is the start list. Divian Nair will be taking us through this race. And it's strange that despite the domination of Singapore, we haven't found a swimmer yet to win in the 100 meters breaststroke. Singapore have not won a medal in this event since 1999. Daniel Liu won a silver that year. And in fact, in hard press, we haven't won a gold medal in this event since 1989. Ng Yuan Ming, and that is the only ever gold medalist for Singapore in the 100 meters breaststroke. As I said, it's hard to fathom. It's a head-scratching moment why this is the Achilles heel in Singapore swimming whenever it comes to the SEA Games.
Here in lane 1, of course, we will see Yup Si Tuan, who came in second for the first Southeast Asian Games swimming championships last year as well. 7th for the SEA Games last year. Lane 2, our very own Christopher Chung from Singapore, bronze at the second Asian Youth Games. Personal best of 104.67. Coming in lane 3, of course, from Indonesia, Gunawan Indra, who got a bronze for the 2011 SEA Games, a silver in 2009, and he's actually served a 3-month suspension earlier this year after registering positive for a drug test at the 2013 Asian Indoor Games. The fastest qualifying time comes from Matjio Ramdoyos, the personal best of 103.27. In lane 5, Joshua Hall, Philippines, the dark horse, as Mark said, set the national record for 50 meters breast in the World Championships at Barcelona, Spain. Kettin Nuttapong, here of course is the favorite to win, the defending champion as well. Dennis Tiwa from Indonesia comes from the University of Jakarta. He came in 3rd for the Southeast Asian Swimming Championships last year. And Huyen Te Vi replacing, of course, Nguyen U Viet, the SEA Games record holder from Vietnam. Swimmers getting ready on the starting blocks, warming up as we wait for the buzzer to go off. There you can see U Viet, of course, Nguyen with the meet record of 101.6. We've got the swimmers off in the water right now. We'll see who emerges first, of course, in a very, very quick start from lane 3, Gunawan Indra. It looks like there's a bit of a false start there.
The buzzer went off twice again. It's a second time, and that's the reason why it's incurred the wrath of the audience here at the aquatic complex. Once again, a malfunction in the buzzer. The starter's buzzer is not behaving.
We have, I think, in lane 8, Huyen Te Vi, who's swimming his heart out, still not realized yet that there is a bit of a false start.
I didn't see, I don't think I've seen a false start. I think it's a malfunction again, just like what we saw last night in the 100 meters freestyle for women. It might be. We'll have a look, and we'll have confirmation from the officials, you know, all the technical officials, but this time at least that extra whistle was blown by the chief referees, ensuring that the swimmers don't complete the first lap. Once they go past that first lap, the race is on already. There we go. It's a malfunction. That's the reason why they're testing that buzzer out now.
Well, it's a good thing they're not going to an awards ceremony. No medals are being given out at this point in time, so the swimmers will be realigning themselves for a proper start this time, hopefully.
Well, we heard an announcement that was lane 7 being called. That's the lane assignment for Dennis Tiwa. We hope that it is not a false start, but I didn't see any false start at all off the blocks. It really was a malfunction. But we'll have a look again at the starting blocks, and once they go up, there's one missing, and there certainly will be a false start. There we go, all 8 of them back at the starting block. So it was a malfunction, and they'll have to test it all over again, which just eats up on the time. We certainly hope that we can meet and finish this second day of competition. Since you're staying with us, we certainly hope we can finish all the races here, because we still have a lot more to cover after this. And the last thing we want is to sign ourselves off before the 4x100 meters freestyle relay because of the lack of time, because of the equipment malfunction here at the Aquatic Center, because Singapore have got a very good chance of winning a gold medal in that event. We hope that it will stay long enough as well for the 200 meters individual medley, because everybody wants to see Joseph Schooling swim. Okay, we're back on it. Well, no, that's the test. I think the swimmers here as well getting very impatient because they've limbered themselves up well, and it's not helping them. No, them being out in the open, just inside the water, they've dried themselves up a bit, but you need to be as warmed up as possible before you take that plunge.
Exactly, and it also definitely affects their psyche, Mark, because when you're just about ready and prepped for the race, you're in a certain zone, and if something goes wrong, it takes you out of that place, and it becomes very difficult to get back in that.
It's also a discipline which requires quite a bit of agility. Breaststroke, the form in itself, especially with the leg kicks. So,
are you ready?
Well, there we go. Everyone's nodding across and saying, yes, we are ready. And I think the crowd, more than the swimmers, are ready to see a race.
They definitely are, Mark. Swimmers, of course, are taking their positions at this point of time. Hopefully, everything will go smoothly. No more malfunctions. No more double buzzers.
Let's give you the lane assignments again. Yapsi Tuan of Malaysia in 1, Christopher Cheong of Singapore in 2, Indra Gunawan in 3, Radomyos Matjo in 4, Joshua Hall of Philippines in 5, Keaton Nutapong in 6, Dennis Tiwa of Indonesia in 7, and Huyen Tervi of Vietnam in lane 8.
Swimmers are off one more time. And same as we saw before in lane 3, of course, Gunawan Indra with a very strong start, pulling ahead from the crowd, half a body length away already, very good strokes. And he is pulling through, making the best of the glides from the leg kicks, of course. We have coming up in second, moving very close to him, Matjo Ramdoyos, of course, from Thailand. And they're going to bounce off the wall at this point in time. Coming up first from Indonesia, Gunawan. Second, Matjo from Thailand. Keaton Nutapong managing third at this point in time, hopefully trying to pull closer for a bit of a finish. But just beside him, Joshua Hall lagging further behind, still holding the lead. Gunawan Indra, of course, will be trying to fend off his position from Matjo Ramdoyos from Thailand. It's a bit of a tight finish at this point in time. Thailand and Indonesia vying for the gold, and it will be Thailand, of course, pulling through. What a finish, just by the edge of his skin. Pulls it through with 1:03.06, steals the win away.
Well, we expected a tie victory in this. We just didn't expect the form that it came from. Radomyos Matjo winning the gold medal, and Keaton Nutapong having to settle out of the medal positions. That is a surprise. He's in 4th spot. And now he'll be hungrier in the 200 meters individual medley, which might not be good news for Joseph Schooling at all, but still it is a brilliant swim from Radomir Smadjo. Indra Gunawan went out way too quickly, I thought, didn't keep pace with himself, and off the turn of the wall you could see Radomir slowly creeping up on him, loosening his ankles a lot more as he went through the strokes. Way past Gunawan. Round about this stage he caught up with Gunawan, and then the glide home, just that power and that slam on the wall which caught him the gold medal.
But what a swim as well from Joshua Hall from lane 5. The dark horse, of course, he pulled in and closed the gap. And if there was another 15 meters, he might have stolen it away as well from Gunawan Indra from Indonesia.